Hey bitches.
Hello.
I'm here with Rob. He sucks.
I do.
We don't know what he sucks, but maybe we'll find out later this episode.
Please don't tell anyone.
Listen until the end.
We have a special guest here today, Ashley Ryan.
Hi.
So she's trans, so we're gonna delve deep into the psyche and what it's like to
have a mental illness.
To have a mental illness, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't spoil my questions, okay?
Okay.
All right. So the first question I wanted to ask is, when did you realize you were trans?
I realized I was trans. Okay, so I grew up very sheltered in Texas. I was a missionary in the Lutheran church. I went to Catholic school, or not Catholic, Lutheran school. And I didn't know the difference between a boy and a girl for so long. So,
What do you mean? How did you not know
like,
the difference?
they just didn't talk to us about it. I was like a very good kid. And so it wasn't until like 5th grade or something where I really found out the difference. And so I really...
Like you didn't know girls had a vagina? Is that what
I
you're
did not
saying?
know girls had a vagina until I was in 5th grade.
You thought they were all boys.
And I never thought about it.
How could you think they were all boys?
I thought the difference between boys and girls was breasts, but I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I never thought about it because I was too obsessed with trying to play with Barbies and then like getting shut down.
Well, I think that's really interesting, like, because kids know there's blue and pink, and
right.
girls play with Barbies and boys play with G.I. Joe or whatever.
Yeah, that's all I knew pretty much. And so the first time I heard the word transgender was in 6th grade, and kids were talking about an Oprah special. She had like a trans kid on the show or something. And then so people at school were talking about it, like, oh, there's like a trans, like they switched from boy to girl. And I was like, wait, what? Like, I had no idea what that was. And like before, I had first learned what the word gay was before. And I knew that I kind of maybe liked guys. And so I thought I was gay. But then when I heard the word transgender, I was like, that's what fits me. And so I knew right away, but I was in so much denial because I was religious and like trying to convert people and like brainwash other people and
That's
make
hilarious.
them like join how happy I was like living back then.
That's hilarious.
So I like really was in like crazy denial for a very long time.
So how did you know that you weren't just gay?
I knew that I wasn't just gay. Okay, so I also had like I said, I was very sheltered, so I had a lot of misconceptions about what it meant to be gay. And so I never actually met a gay person until I was 19 and I went to college in California. And then I met someone who is openly gay and I couldn't believe it. I was like, where do they get the confidence to do this? Just to like be themselves and stuff. And like, what do they tell their parents and blah, blah, blah. Like I was so sheltered. But yeah, so I actually thought that all gay people wanted to be girls, but just didn't transition. I thought that was a thing. And I remember going to like a...
That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
on the way here, thinking about you. I was like,
so
why don't...
I'm not the only one who
gay
thought
girls?
this, but I thought all gay men wanted to be girls, but just like didn't want to spend all the money on transitioning or just like thought it was too much or whatever their reasons were. And so then when I was in college, I went to a like QSA meeting, which is like a gay club or whatever, where you talk about gay issues and stuff. And we were talking about this in a circle, and another kid brought up how this was a misconception by someone. He's like, no, I don't want to be a girl. And I was like, wait, what? What? You guys don't want to all be girls? Like, and he's like, yeah, that's like trans. That's something totally different. So it wasn't until I was in college when I realized that like it's totally a different thing from being gay, and that maybe I was different and I needed to do something about it. So, but I didn't actually think about transitioning myself until I had a boyfriend and I still wasn't happy. Like everything was how it was supposed to be. Like I had a bunch of friends, had a good relationship, but I was still like not
gay.
like I wanted to wear the dress like,
At that point.
so yeah.
So did he get mad when you wanted to wear the dress?
No, I hid it from him. I was like super masculine. I was like kind of like a jock, like a twink jock. An otter is what you call it because I have like the fur.
An otter?
And like I was pretty muscly. Like I'd bring him to the gym and he couldn't even like lift half of what I lifted and stuff.
Wow.
And so I was like doing all this stuff to try to make up for, or to like.
You were the boy.
I thought if I could be the perfect male, like and be gay, like then I'd be fine. But it wasn't, and so it wasn't until he broke up with me on the way to EDC that I came out to him.
What's EDC?
Electric Daisy Carnival, which is like something you got to do like Molly in like Vegas. I wasn't going.
Wait,
he was going.
Electric Daisy?
Yeah, EDC. Yeah,
Electric Daisy.
it's like all like the electronic music people go there, whatever. But he was going out there, and I wasn't going with him. And he's like, "Oh, could I get like a free pass like for the trip?" And I was like, "Go for it. Like you can have the free pass." And then he's like,
"So did you go or not?"
No, I wasn't going. I was at work, and he was on his way to Vegas. And he's like, "Can I have a free pass to hook up with other people?" And so I gave it to him. And then he broke up with me. And then I'm like, "It's okay, I'm transgender." And I had been taking hormones for like 6 months, and so it was.
That's how I'm gonna
it's
start.
like, joke's on you, bitch.
I'm gonna start breaking up with people like that. I'm gonna be like, "I'm sorry, this isn't
start
working out. I
transitioning."
have to tell you that I am transgender, so that's why it hasn't been working."
Yeah, I mean, it's a good excuse. It gets you out of a lot of things. Even today, or yesterday, they announced that the Supreme Court ruled that it's okay to bar transgender people from the military. So if you have to join the military, you can always get out of it now by saying you're trans.
Yeah, if I get drafted or something. If
Yeah.
there's a robot war.
I mean,
say
I don't
I'm
think they would draft you with a sleeping schedule like you have.
trans.
Back issues.
I was already in the
Sorry,
Coast
my
Guard.
back.
I was already. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was gonna re-enlist, but yeah.
You have like a few more issues than a trans person typically has, so.
I have more issues. Yeah, I definitely. I mean, I know that. So when did you come out as trans? How old were you?
I came out as trans I think it was April 1st, 2015.
Oh my God! You're like April Fools.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's true.
I purposely came out on April Fool's Day with intention because I thought it was hilarious. And all my friends in Hollywood knew what the deal was. They knew what was happening. But then people back in Texas, like, that I went to high school with, really had no idea what was going on. And so, like, it must have had like 100 comments. Like, all I posted was, "I'm trans, y'all," or "Yeah, I'm trans, love y'all." That's all it said. And just like and so people were commenting like, "April Fools, what?" And then so all my friends here that knew about it were like, "Yeah, it's April Fools, so funny." But like, I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I was really uncomfortable with coming out, so it was a good way to kind of like test the waters and see how people. And I was kind of hoping people were gonna be like really mean to me and like send me a bunch of crazy messages and shit. But it was quite the opposite. Like. Everyone sent me nice.
You. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, no,
You
everyone sent me really nice stuff. It was
freak.
like a day of affirmation. So
that's good.
Yeah, even my best friend from high school called me. Which was crazy.
Nice, yeah.
I was like, whoa, phone call.
So did you start wearing women's clothing after that and dressing like
a woman? I did. It was really...
Like immediately after that?
I did. From the day I came out on Facebook, I immediately started dressing trans, or not dressing like a woman. But it had a lot of issues to it. Basically, if you're trans, you have to dress a certain way, like for it to look appropriate. So I always wear like sleeves and stuff. And so I wore a lot of things, like I didn't know how to dress appropriately, so it looked like I wore things that like made it look like I had big shoulders and stuff and whatnot. I don't know.
Did you see the GameStop video?
I did see the GameStop video.
That guy did not know the dressing rules.
Yeah.
For trans.
Yeah. No. Well, I have really good style to begin with, but I always just try to dress like really classy. Because if you wear like something with thin straps, that's gonna draw more attention to your shoulders and whatnot. And I don't know. Some people don't want to blend in though. I want to blend in.
Did you ever have? Did you ever do?
Drugs?
No, I know you did that. Did you ever?
Did not do drugs.
Do a drag show?
A drag show, yeah.
You did.
So I did drag a few times. I never like performed or anything. I would just like dress up and go out with friends. And then like, I remember one time I had a bunch of friends over. They were all in my room getting ready. and they're just like, why does your makeup like look like you're trying to actually like look good and not like drag? It wasn't drag makeup. And
Because
so
drag makeup's huge, like shit everywhere on you.
And I just like really sucked at doing makeup at that time. Like I had no idea what I was doing. And I think I had like clown face paint or something, which wasn't like the pictures are really bad. But yeah.
I'm sure you looked exactly like a clown.
And then one time I had only dressed up like maybe 5 times or so and gone out. And then the last time I did it, I had already started hormones, and so I was wearing a dress and it kind of had like breasts, and like people thought like I was getting fat or something. They're like, oh, why like are his muscles like starting to like they're getting fat, but like they're not, they're only getting fat in their chest and not like on their abs. And so it was like I had a friend confront me. He's like, oh, like wait, are these real? And then I kind of came out to him that night when he confronted me. I was like, yeah, they're real.
So you were still wearing men's clothes and women's clothes off and on? And
it would get awkward because I'd be at gay bars and I'd wear tank tops, like, you know, with like no sleeves or whatever. And then my nipples would kind of be sticking out because when you first start hormones, it hits your nipples first. It kind of forms like a cone and they stick out. And so because of that, people would tease me. They'd grab it and twist it. And when you're going through a transition, your breasts are forming. It's very sensitive and hurts a lot. And people love the way, like, the more mad I got, the more people would try to do it because they would want to get my reaction from me. And so I'd like have to leave places because they thought it was too funny and I did not think it was funny.
Was that at a gay bar that happened?
Yeah, it was at a bar called the Bayou.
They were like, you bitch.
Yeah, just my friends thought it was funny, but they didn't know, so.
How do you have nipples? They're like, we're gonna twist those off.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. A guy asked on Facebook, his name is Nana D Business. Great name. He said...
Is he a nun?
Yeah, he's a nun.
Nana.
I'm in a nun group on Facebook. He said, I have multiple friends that were going to transition and stopped because they felt pressured and found they liked dressing up better because the hormones made them feel not like themselves anymore. Why does this seem to be a common thing in the community?
Wait, so he said they went to transition and they didn't like the way the hormones made them feel?
Yeah.
Is that the question?
They made them feel not like themselves anymore. So why is this a common thing in the community? Well, I guess why do the hormones make them feel like not themselves and so they stop taking them? Why?
I mean, they could have been on a high dose.
But they're saying that it's common in the community.
I mean, a lot of people go to transition and they will start their transition and then back out of it. That's a really common thing. Some people just don't have the confidence. Some people don't have their work situation, family situation in the right place. And it's a lot of stress if you are in a situation like that. And it can be too much stress for a lot of people. But yeah, there's plenty of people who have maybe considered being trans or thought they might be trans and then went to transition and realized it wasn't for them and they didn't like it. And so the hormones do affect your brain somewhat. They, I don't know, make you a lot more emotional, like more prone to cry. Like I was taking a lot of hormones when I first started my transition and I would cry like pretty much like almost every day. And now I forget to take my hormones like almost every day. And so I don't cry.
Because you miss the hormone. If you would take them every day, you would cry.
I take the testosterone blocker, which prevents me from like becoming more masculine, but I take like a really low dose of estrogen compared to other people. Mostly just, I don't know why.
We'll start taking more.
Yeah, I could get bigger boobs for summer.
Yeah. Those are your real boobs?
No, they're silicone.
But they'll get bigger if you took more estrogen.
They do. Yeah. And so they always tell you to go smaller breasts at first, because they could get bigger.
So you mentioned earlier about the mental illness. Like, what do you say to people that think it's mental illness?
I say, Dad, stop.
That's what he thinks?
No, but my dad's cool with it now.
He's like, you were touched, weren't you?
I don't know. Well, I guess I'd have to ask where these people are coming from. Like, are they like a psychiatrist, psychologist that's saying this, or are they just like someone who
just people on
just
Facebook
feels like saying it? Yeah. Say that. I mean, I think I'd be very happy if they said that to my face. Just leave it at that.
Well, I'm saying it to your face.
Oh, okay. People that think it's a mental illness. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'm ill.
Even that, okay. So you never thought it might be mental illness?
I mean, it's a hard concept to explain, like, what I think transgender is. I think a lot of it does have to do with the social aspects of our society. Like, if it was okay for men to grow their hair out long and wear dresses, like, maybe I wouldn't have to transition. But I don't know. I guess I'm, like, very different from a lot of other trans people. So I think a lot of it...
Wait, you're saying that if men could just openly wear dresses, that you wouldn't have to transition?
So, like, yeah. Because you kind of take on a different role when you transition. Like,
so you would just stay a man?
You, like, take different pronouns.
Well, then why didn't you just stay a man? And wear a dress?
Because I like to be called she. Wanted. I don't know. It's hard to explain now that I'm thinking about it. But, like, you know, like the Native Americans, they had, like, a third gender.
I would think you would still want to transition, even if men were just wearing dresses and being called she, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just need to think more about this question.
Jesus Christ. You don't even think about it? Like, that's all I would think about all day long.
I mean, I've been transitioned so long that I'm, like, not even... But, I don't know. All I can say is that I feel a certain way, and I... like, living as a trans person is just kind of expressing how I want to be seen to the world on the outside, I guess. So
yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job.
I hope I get a good grade on this.
Another question. Why does it matter to the transgender community what other people think your gender is, which is exactly what we were just talking about? Can't you just live your life and not be bothered with what people think?
Well, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
But
yeah, I mean, a big part of your transition is actually overcoming that hurdle of, like, oh my God, what are people thinking about me? You can't transition if you're always worried about that. It's always going to be something on your mind, but that's what plastic surgery is for. I don't know. Did that answer your question?
Well, I just think that the gay community and transgender community is very, like, see me, recognize me, I'm gay, accept me. So why... But
you're like, I'm straight, accept me. Are you straight? Actually, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you're bi.
I'm straight. I don't know.
Hasn't figured it out yet.
I don't know.
Trying to
But if I was gay, I don't think... Well, I wouldn't know. But I just... What I'm thinking about is... How come there's so much... Like, especially in the news or on Facebook today. That's the only way I get news.
Yeah.
It's a big... Like that GameStop video. Like that guy was like, accept me now.
Yeah.
Or... he went fucking nuts because they didn't call him ma'am. And it's like... If you look like a guy...
Yeah. So the video he's talking about...
But what I mean is, like... Why can't you just live your life? I'm talking about people on the news who, the transgender community, how they get upset when, or they want to be accepted in society.
Yeah.
But it's like overload about how they go about it.
Well, it's really just because there's a lot of conflict there because we still don't have all the rights right now. In a lot of states, you can still, like, be kicked out of your house, or you can be discriminated against. Like, they can be like, oh, you're trans, you can't live here. And so basically if a whole city like does that, basically you can't live in that city if no one will let you rent an apartment because you're trans. That's still legal in a lot of states, and we don't have laws against that yet. And so a lot of the times when it is in the news, it's because the news likes to focus on conflict. They don't like to focus on things that are going good. And so with trans people, there is still a lot of conflict. They still have a lot of rights that we're trying to figure out how to work all that stuff out. So
okay, that makes sense because it's about rights.
But I don't know. I don't walk out my door every day and say, "Hey, I'm trans." Like I don't know.
I think you do.
Do I? I don't think I do. I don't really think about it anymore.
I mean, all your stand-up is about it.
Yeah, mostly just about my story, and
it's great.
I think it's fun to come out to the audience.
It's really
trick
great.
them.
Like you killed it the other day. Oh yeah, I forgot to say you're a comic.
Yeah, I'm a comic. Hopefully, I'm funny.
So how come the gay community? I mean, I guess they're not fully accepted, but how come they also make a huge display of it?
Like of them liking trans or being in conflict with them? What are you asking?
No, just is it still a rights thing? Because they're not. I mean, they can marry. Gay people can marry now. So.
Oh, why they're still in the media a
why
lot?
they're.
Well, just right now, with the state of our country right now, like Trump is like really anti-gay, and he's like trying to push back all these laws, especially with transgender community.
Yeah.
And so they're just fighting back. It's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, but yeah, it's true, and but there's a huge movement just because Trump. Is doing this stuff.
Yeah,
and I feel like a lot of it is just a distraction. So he picked on transgender people. Right. But now, like the liberals all hate that and hate him. Yeah. And so there's like a huge. Too. There's like a huge. Yeah. There's like a huge. But there's a huge like liberal outcry on all these liberal issues. And it's really soured me on, because I would always lean liberal, and it's really soured me on liberals. It's not all trans issues.
Well, I understand what you're saying, because when Donald Trump was elected president, there was a lot of people that were just like posting like really depressing things on Facebook and like, this is going to be terrible. But even though I didn't vote for him, I was still like, okay, well, he stood up for transgender and gay people when he was running for president. He said, I'm not going to go after you guys. You guys are fine. I'm not going to do anything that's going to get rid of your rights, blah, blah, blah.
That's what Trump said?
He actually said that. And so I was like, okay, like, maybe just give this guy a chance. He has no idea what he's doing, so maybe it might actually be better. Like, he may not be as bad as other people. And he has voted Democratic in the past. Yeah. He's not, like, the most Republican person ever from his voting history. But then, now that he's president, he's, like, completely done a 180 on everything, and he's going after the gay people. He's going after the trans people. He has taken transgender rights away since he's been in office.
Well, what rights? Is it just the military or?
Yeah, he's taken the military away. He's taken the bathroom issues away. So like Obama. So
what are the bathroom issues?
Yeah,
like
Obama.
I feel like I can go in any restroom now because of what.
Well, because we're in California, but other states don't have state laws to protect transgender people, and Obama had an ordinance that basically was wording that said how schools should treat transgender kids, and basically said that they can use the restroom of their choice. But
that's what Trump said.
No, Obama had some ordinance that he issued, and then Trump just got rid of that and said so now the states don't have to follow that. But in the end, schools are getting sued. So, I mean, they should probably let kids use the right bathroom.
Yeah.
But I mean, it does endanger kids. Like if you can think like being in middle school.
I mean, I don't care what bathroom I'm in.
Yeah.
But maybe that's because I'm a straight guy.
I don't think anyone really does care what bathroom. Like, do you think about other people in the bathroom when you use the bathroom? That is the thing. Have you ever once thought about someone in the other stall, been like, oh, like
But if I didn't know you and I saw you in the men's bathroom, I'd be like, oh, there's a woman in here. I guess she's cool with it. You know.
Is that how you would react? You'd just be like, hey.
Well, it would surprise me.
Yeah.
Because there usually isn't.
And I feel like me being in the men's bathroom, like with a bunch of politicians, like if I just go to the White House and go to the men's bathroom with all them, like they'd be like, "Whoa, like what is happening?" They would probably be frightened a second, and like it would make them uncomfortable. Yeah.
They might murder you right there in the bathroom.
Murder me with their penises.
Yeah. Well, you'd like that.
But yeah. Wait, I don't even know what the question was anymore. Oh, just like why are gay people like so like?
That was a great answer, right? Why are?
But yeah, and so like I understood that, like I thought they were overreacting to a lot of things, but I decided to give Trump a chance, and I was like, okay, maybe he'll be fine. But it's kind of been like a lot of people want their paychecks now, and a lot of transgender people now today are gonna go home and get fired from their job in the military and just have to go out and find jobs. So. There's more people that aren't getting paid now.
So 2 people are going to get fired from the military.
Oh my god, there's so many more. No. All the female to males, there's probably a lot more female to males in the military than there are trans male to females, I would presume. I don't know.
Trans.
Just because like the macho like
there
mindset.
Would be more. Yeah. There would be more trans women.
I feel like that might be true. I don't know. I could be wrong about that.
I just feel like there's more trans women in general.
In general? I think that's a good point.
Well, am I saying it right?
Think,
like,
no,
are you a trans?
Yeah.
You're a trans woman.
Female, a trans woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's true, but then also, I think it's just because it's harder to hide the fact if you're a transition. Like me, like I pass like 100% except my voice. Like I still want to get surgery on that, but it's really risky.
They do surgery.
Yeah, they do. They have a surgery they can do, but it's like really expensive. It's like 15 grand, and it only works about 50% of the time.
And your
insurance
also doesn't cover it?
Probably not. They're a bitch to work with.
You know, the VA does trans operations.
Yeah.
Because the doctors want practice. That's what I heard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna be a guinea pig, but no. But what was the question again? What were we talking about? Okay, yeah. I think it's harder for a trans male to female to hide certain aspects of them, like their voice. Like it's hard to, you can't hide the shoulders. But the women that transition to male, like they blend in so easily. Their voice gets deeper when they're on the hormones. They grow all the facial hair. Like you can't clock them.
Yeah.
The only way you can clock them is if you see them naked from the bottom, because there's no way to make the vagina look like a penis yet.
Well, wouldn't they still have a big ass?
No, because the hormones.
Well, the hips though.
No, the
skeleton.
When you take hormones, that redistributes your weight. So when I first got on hormones, I thought I was getting fat, because the weight started to go to my hips instead of my stomach. So when you take testosterone, it stops going to your hips and your butt, and it goes to your stomach. That's where men get fat. Okay. And so that's not true. But yeah. And it's funny because I'm like trying to act too or whatever.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
I'm like trying to act.
You're trying to act?
Actors access and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like with the whole comedy thing. And I was doing like an Adult Swim episode, and they had like a trans...
As a cartoon?
No. They have like some shows, like some comedy sketches or whatever. And they had a transgender female to male fitness instructor, like for the class that I was thrown into. I can't say too much about it. I don't know if it's aired yet. Okay. But I didn't know that the instructor was transgender. For like 3 hours of film, I had no idea until they were talking about their transition at the end. I was like, wait, what? Like I had no idea. Like he actually looked like you. I'm not even kidding.
And then you were like, you fucking freak. And then you...
No, I was like, wait, what? Like, I had no idea. And I think that females to males can pass a lot more, and so that you can't clock them at all.
I think you pass very well.
Aw, thank you.
Like, I went into that open mic and I saw you sitting down, and I did not think that was a guy at all. I was like... But
yeah. I do want to get that voice surgery, though, but... Like being a stand-up comic, like one of the
$15,000.
Yeah,
So
well,
you'd have to take a loan.
Oh no, it's like pocket change.
Wow. All right.
But no, one of the side effects is that it can decrease the volume that you speak in when it does it, and this has happened to a lot of people. Some people that are kind of famous and have YouTube channels, and they had to stop making videos for like 2 or 3 months because they lost their voice, and it was just like it sounded like they're whispering. And like as a comic, like if I have a punchline, I'm in a group of friends, like even like at brunch, if everyone's talking and I have to get a punchline in, I have to be able to talk over everyone. And so for me, if that risk is too much to take, if I can't talk over people and say what I have to say because I can't be loud enough,
So you're
like
not
I
gonna
can't.
do it?
No, I'm definitely not going to do it. I mean, if there's a surgeon out there that if they can like perfect it so that that is not a risk, but that is something I don't want to be less loud.
Yeah.
So
you're not doing it, but you said you wanted to.
I have to be able to talk over other people.
You did. You just said you wanted to do it at first.
I did, yeah.
But now,
for obvious reasons, like why would I not want to do it?
Because your voice could go away.
My voice could, yeah, it could go away.
Because you'd just be able to whisper, right?
Yeah. So.
That would be fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's been 30 minutes already.
So, yeah. Do you
Wait.
want to talk about...
Do I have questions for you?
Okay, yeah, ask
Okay.
me questions.
When did you first know you were straight?
I first knew I was straight when I started liking girls in 6th grade.
Okay. So, like, did you like girls
Or actually...
when was your first boner?
That's not true. I knew well, you always have that gender thing before you go into puberty.
What gender thing? Like the
Like you...
blue and pink, or?
Well, I guess if you're gay, you wouldn't know you were gay until later, right? Until puberty, because before that it's just roles, right? So the girls play in school, they play the role of a girl, and the guys play the role of a guy.
Right.
So you would just think, oh yeah, when I get older, I'm gonna have a wife, right? Because you wouldn't notice.
You don't know what gay is when you're little.
Right.
So
it's kind of like what
now,
you were saying,
little
right?
kids do know now, though. I don't think before, like, no one ever talked about it on TV or anything. Like, I mean, I was watching SpongeBob, and they definitely don't talk about that.
But kids, like that you always see in movies, like little boys will dress up like girls. That's in a lot of movies I've seen, and I can't remember.
The new Roseanne that got canceled and is now back without her, which is terrible without her because she was the only funny thing about it.
So little boys will do girls things.
But you understood your role when you were younger, you're saying, and then in 6th grade you discovered you were straight.
I mean, I never ever thought I was gay.
Mm-hmm.
But like my half brother, he was really effeminate and quiet and reserved when he was little, and so that was like the foreshadowing of him being gay, I feel. And I feel like a lot of gay people do that before puberty. They know, they feel like they're different or more like a girl.
Because you're being punished for trying to play with Barbies.
Yeah.
I actually had some weird stuff happen when I was little. Like, they would like take me away from the girls and they'd put me with the boys and be like, play with these Legos. And I was just like, I'd like watch the boys and I was like, I'd like try to mimic what they were doing, but that was so boring. And like my dad would always take me to baseball games and just like wasn't working. I would just like look at.
So you knew.
I'd be like, kiss cam time. Yeah! Like, that was like the only exciting part of the game.
And
Or with the dots where they like run around the field. Like, that was so exciting.
You watch Lindsay Lohan's show.
Yeah, her new MTV show,
No.
Lindsay Lohan's Beach Club. What about that?
It's funny.
Yeah, no, she's kind of... I thought it was going to be a fun comeback for her, but she's kind of...
I would watch that just to see.
She comes across as really dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
And, like,
that's why I would watch it.
Like an airhead, like she still doesn't have it together yet, and she just needed the money from the show to pay her bills. That's what it comes across as. It's not like...
It probably
hey,
is.
It's not like, hey, I'm Lindsay, I have a beach club, I'm reformed now, it's so much fun, I'm promoting my brand. She's like...
She's out of drugs.
She's like, wait, I had to show up
She's
for
like,
set today.
I have no drugs left.
No, okay, and it's really funny. So one of the scenes that happens in this new show of hers, she's talking to someone, but she forgets their name. And they're like, who are you talking about? Like, who was saying this about me? And she's like, oh, well, that person. And she just like tries to hide the fact that she has no idea what anyone's name is. And then like, instead of editing that out, MTV just thought it was funny,
It's
I
great.
guess, to just
It's-
air
yeah,
the
it
fact
is.
that she doesn't know what anyone's name is on the show.
That's really
she's-
interesting.
her show.
That she, you know.
She's like, that
She's
like,
person. Oh, these other people I'm in the show with? Like, oh, I have
and
to
like, why did the
I have
producer
to
not just
remember
step in
their
and give her the
names
name
now?
and have her re-say it for
on
camera?
a cue card, they'll just
Like-
write the name. This is her name.
Yeah. So.
You're never going to remember it. So
But
I'm
Lindsay,
here
I
for
love you. I believe in you.
I don't.
Invite me to Mykonos, bitch.
She's on crack, so. So,
Takes one to
are
know
you going to
one.
ask me questions?
Um,
Because you don't know me.
I was gonna write like a whole list of things, but then I forgot. I went to the gym today, but okay. So, what would you like me to ask you? Do you have like an answer prepared for something that you would like to say about yourself? Like, okay, so why does Rob suck?
I suck because I haven't done anything with my life,
Mm-hmm.
and I have depression, and I can't. I don't have anything that sticks around. Everything I do, just I fail at.
What did you get someone pregnant? It's an accomplishment. That sticks around, follows you around.
Yeah, but I'm talking about something good.
That's, babies are good.
No, they're terrible.
Okay. And so that's
Was that a good answer?
Yeah, it was.
For
It was a
why
fun
I suck,
answer.
I mean? That's a good answer for
But
why
yeah,
I suck.
Okay. Cool. I don't have any other questions for you.
You don't care?
But yeah, well, tell me about
Alright.
your comedy career. So, have you guys seen him perform before? You guys aren't going to
Yes.
respond. This isn't Blue's Clues.
They have.
But his performances, from what I've seen of him, they're very sexual and kind of like,
Vulgar?
yeah, like they kind of are like porn with words. Like, because he describes stuff like
It's
a
true.
lot, and it's a lot for like it makes me uncomfortable, actually.
Yeah, I saw that.
And not a lot of things make me uncomfortable.
Why does it make you uncomfortable? Because I'm
I don't know.
stapling clits shut?
Well, dude, Adam also makes me uncomfortable, his stand-up.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why?
Just because it's like so, just like, I don't know.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not used to it.
Yeah, it makes a lot of people uncomfortable, my stand-up, but it worked really well at Comedy Store when I did it.
So do you have like any other routines that aren't like,
Yeah,
about
I have
or-
like 3 minutes of me living in my car and how I dated.
Oh, wait,
while I
that
was
sounds
living in my
fun.
car.
I haven't heard any of this excitement.
Yeah, it's good too.
All I've heard is about your like crazy,
It's more
like,
accepted than the crazy, like, because I do the bit about how I'm dating someone who's 4 days off meth and she just wants to fuck the pain away instead of
yeah.
using meth.
Is that true, or you made that up?
No, I made it up, but it's based on a real person
Okay.
that she would, like, I would give her a ride and like we were going to the same show together, and before we got to the show, she was like, "Do you want to fuck?" Just like that. And I've never really had anyone do that to me before. And it was, she was just like a week or two maybe off meth, or maybe 4 days. Like she would tell me I'm 4 days off meth right now. So,
Wow.
so I figured I'm like,
I've met a lot of guys like that though.
she's off meth, so she just wants to fuck.
It's weird that it's the other way around. You don't
dopamine.
typically hear that, the girls like
Really?
doing that. Yeah. I have an example. Like before I transitioned, I was like living the gay life, and we were going to like Gay Pride San Diego one time, and I had a friend ride with me down, and on the ride down, we're like stuck in LA traffic. It takes like 3 hours to get there. My friend is sitting in the passenger seat next to me. He starts watching porn and just whips out his dick, just like, I'm like, can you not? Like, I have a Mercedes. This is like not like.
Wow.
And
I
was
have
just
a
like,
Mercedes.
Yeah.
Please don't let my Mercedes.
And I wasn't dating him. He was like someone I thought it was cute and whatnot. So, and we've like hooked up before, but like I was like, don't do that in my car. Then second, like, don't do that because I can't drive because it's gonna make me too excited. Like, right? Because I can't drive. I cannot focus on two things at once. I'm blonde, like, you know, like, yeah.
You're a real blonde.
Okay. Well, I was this color naturally when I was little, but when I went through puberty as a man, a lot of bad things happened.
That's terrible.
My voice got deeper, and I never thought I had a deep voice until
You're
I
like,
transitioned. I feel like. I don't
oh,
know.
then you noticed.
Like
it.
I always thought I had a higher pitched voice, and then when I transitioned, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so deep. Like, I don't know.
You have a higher pitch voice.
I do. Okay.
But it's not perfect, so don't get
Wait.
don't get a big head.
Yeah, you should have saw me last week when I had the flu. I was like answering like a man.
That's funny.
Cool. Well, is that a wrap for today, or
yeah?
how do we
could
usually
wrap it
end the
here.
episode?
Just
we,
tell people
To go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Don't watch. Fuck off. Unsubscribe. Unlike. So just tell people where they can reach you on social media. And, you know, everything.
Follow me, Ashley Ryan TV, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and yeah.
Grindr.
I'm blocked from Grindr right now. I'm not even making that up.
You like
honestly.
Grindr though?
How
did you get blocked?
I don't know. I just sent them an email the other day. Now it doesn't want to come up. I think someone.
What did you do?
I think because they don't like my picture because I'm like wearing like something that could be construed as a bra, and you're not supposed to have underwear. See, it says account banned.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, whenever they ban you on things, like why can't they just tell you like screenshot of what happened, like why we think it's a like.
They're
it's
just
banned.
like, we hate you.
They hate transgender people.
It's
Grindr.
fucked up, man. I'm tired of it.
Stop fucking gay guys. Just kidding. There's a lot of straight people on Grindr.
Oh, really?
Crazy. Yeah. They all have no profile pictures.
Why are they straight on Grindr?
Because they won't hook up with trans people.
Oh, okay.
They're only there for that. So.
Trans people on dating apps. Trans people, like, they hit me up a lot. You know.
On which app?
On Bumble.
On Bumble.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it me?
Yeah. It was you.
I don't know
It's
if
you every time.
How tall are you? I don't think you're in my height. You're not in my height filter. I think I filter at like 6'3". Not even kidding. I one time I set it to 6'5", and so I could only match with people that were 6'5".
Really?
Well, I'm trans, so I want to wear. Like I'm already like 5'11" as it is. So when I wear heels, I'm pretty tall. So it helps me feel more comfortable in my body if you're taller.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, I'll hook you up with my friend. He's like 6'7". So.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for that.
He's in Seattle, so you'll have to move to Seattle.
Is he a lumberjack?
Yeah, he's a lumberjack.
A lumberjack.
Oh, a
so
lumberjack.
he has to have like a 6-pack, a beard, and like body hair, but not too, it has to be like perfectly trimmed, like light on the abs and everything. And
yeah, that's what he does.
that's like my future husband.
Yeah. Flannel, you know, that's what he does.
Cool.
So you can reach me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as Rob Tisdale. On Twitter, I'm Rob Tisdale77, but I don't use Twitter much. And go to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe, and we have a Patreon, and you can give us $1 on Patreon so we can get some backdrops.
He'll send you a pic of his boobs.
I will.
Yeah.
I have one saved in my phone, actually, of one boob. So, all right.
Cool.
That's it.
All
Thank
right,
you
bye.
for coming.
I'm glad I got to replace your friend who was taking a nap. Bye.
Bye-bye.